We're in park, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording. It's recording. Getting all that junk in your car.
Oh, God. Oh, well. It's sticky.
I think we should leave this and air it.
I think we should too.
Okay, let's air it.
Sticky.
So howdy, everyone. so my friend Linda and I went antiquing together. We decided to
My jar's
go
bigger.
to Denny's and eat, and we got jewelry jars. Look,
Mine's bigger.
hers is bigger, but hers is sticky. So it's really sticky.
It's gross.
But we're gonna spill this stuff out, and I think, what would you say? Do you think I won? Because
No.
see that?
No.
See the bead right there, though. I think I won with that bead.
Look.
But
Rhinestone earrings and a rhinestone pin.
all right, spill yours out. So we're gonna spill these out. Why am I yelling? We're gonna spill. Look at that lady. Did you see she was laughing? She was laughing at us. So they're gonna call the police at Denny's. What? Did you ever see that commercial? Denny's. No, it's Lenny's. No, it's Denny's.
No, I've never seen this.
So it's not gonna go well. All right, show them the contents of your jar. So,
You give me a hand.
no, I'm trying. Here, okay. What are these? Oh, look at.
Oh.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Look at this one, and look at it's got its mate to it. So those are pretty spectacular. What would you spend on yours?
$16.50.
$16.50 for all of that.
Yep. See, $16.50.
$16.50. All right, you go and just hold it there, and show them all the treasure. Show them all the treasure that you got. So, everyone, this is my friend Linda, and we've been friends for
A long time.
20 some years. We've been friends, and I needed a day away. I needed time with you, and I'm so glad we did. Can you tell them how many stores we went to?
I believe we went to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were smaller little antique stores,
Right.
not big malls.
Right, they weren't malls. And then I think we went to 6 because I think that last one, that was the
Did that
6th
count as
one.
2?
Yeah, because,
Okay.
I would say 2 because it was 2 separate buildings close together. And then
Okay.
do you remember when we were right next door and I said, hey, wait, the other one's right next door, and you drove for like a mile?
Yes, I did.
I said, it's right next door, and she drove for like a mile, and she goes, where is it? I said, a mile back. So we had to turn around. We did.
We did.
I love your little car.
I very artfully turned around. And
I wouldn't say that much, but okay.
It was
graceful.
It was.
What are you finding? Any treasure? This is kind of cool. That has the earrings.
It does. It's missing some stones, and they're an interesting color, so I'm not sure that it's fixable.
No, I think it is. Or what if you borrow from the earring?
No, they're not big
Oh,
enough.
they're not big enough.
No.
Shoot. You know how we borrow from stuff. Can you tell people what kind of jewelry do you look for when you go? What's your favorite?
I love Victorian.
Mm-hmm.
I love gold-filled. I really like getting bags of broken things, and that's why I like to buy jars, but you can't find them very often anymore.
No.
So,
And they're
'cause
usually really picked through.
Yes, they are, for sure.
It's kind of cool. So we didn't find any real
Yeah,
winners.
there's not.
Nothing major. But don't you still have your $3 table?
I do still have
This is Petty Point. And
There's a
cool.
nice little Austria pin. That's
that
very
is
pretty.
cool because you're numbling on it too.
Yeah.
Those do sell.
Yeah.
They do. And then this one would sell. The little Petty Point hand embroidered jobby. So there you go. Thanks for coming on camera with me.
Sure.
I'm glad. Because when Gail and I went, we just went through the mall, and don't you think it would have been rough to record today though? It would have been tough.
Probably.
Because we wanted to spend time alone,
And there's
in a
a
way.
cute little celluloid coral enamel.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. Couple dollars.
I love it.
But still.
I love it. What's the red hat stuff? But there's the other one's there. The little red hat is cool. See, most of these. How many times did you get? Here's the other one. How many times did you get the jewelry jars back in the day, and you would have gold in them though? How many times?
Lots of times.
Lots of times.
Or really good stuff, Christian Dior and things like
Designer
that.
and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And that
it
doesn't
happened.
happen anymore. Everybody
Not that
knows
much.
everything. So.
No, it's true. Well, it wasn't
All right,
that
so
bad.
Vote
Yeah.
for Linda.
Yeah, vote for Linda. Loser
With
Linda.
the sticky jar.
You made me say loser, and then people were like, "You're mean." I'm like, "No, I'm not." She
No,
made
no,
me
no.
say it.
No, he was
Okay.
gonna say Linda lost, and I said no, do loser Linda.
Yeah, she goes, "Do loser
Way
Linda." And I'm
funnier.
like, "Look at that guy. We should have had lunch with him.
We should
He could
have.
have told us stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have told us stories.
All right, I'm going to put
Absolutely.
this back in
Okay.
my jar, and then
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
do.
look
Yeah, we're
in
gonna do mine.
Jason's jar,
Yeah,
which is
we're
going to be
gonna do-
vastly
Stop
better.
it. Stop it. No, it's not. Should we show them other things that we bought?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
here. Let me show you guys what else we found. And, oh, so these bracelets, these might be Bakelite. The red ones might be. And these yellow ones definitely are. Those are for sure. And then the green ones probably are as well. So I'll double check. The color was a little odd. We should have invited that lady on too. Did you see her? She kind of smiled.
She did.
Yeah, she did. And we should have invited the lumberjack on for sure.
Yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, he was cute. And then these were hung up.
Not as cute as Jeremy.
Not as cute as Jeremy, but he didn't have a neck like Jeremy. And then look at these. These
Nobody
are
has a
sterling.
neck like Jeremy.
These are sterling and Mexican. And look how cool. So super cool. Sterling silver. Dig your stuff out too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't reach it. It's in the back.
Okay, well, we'll have to pause.
Oh, wait till you see this. This
yeah.
is great.
So this is fantastic. And it's an old one, so I didn't feel bad because this is really old.
It's gorgeous.
Look at that for a clothing button. And there we go. Now it wants to focus on it. And it's a self-shank clothing button. So it's got its self-shank on the back and really beautifully done with the carving on it. So what would you say? Probably 1890s. Don't you think? Has to be.
At least.
Has to be.
It's great.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
Really great.
You love it.
I do.
And the oxidation and the patination and the eyes of the dragon are fantastic. That was only $15. And on retail,
steal.
$65.75.
At least.
Yeah, $65.75. And then it's amazing because we always look at each other and we know the prices.
Yeah.
Like, we know the prices on this one. This is the stud,
I
the
love
stud
that.
version, and it's Victorian.
Just
and
like you, the
unfortunately,
stud version.
it is the stud version of a button. It's the bearded stud version, and it has an there we go. It has an S on it, stylized.
It's a stud.
And look how large that is for a stud button, though. And it is really good. And that one was $10. So what do you think?
It's really good.
Same thing, 50. I know because it's a stud.
At least.
At least.
I mean,
Okay.
look at the graining.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That
super
is
cool.
it's so great, and how beautifully detailed the S is. I mean,
agree.
it's stunning.
Oh,
It's
thank
really
you.
stunning.
I love it. And then, so that was my first stop. And then I'll do mine really quick, and then we'll pause, and you go get yours out of the back when I pause.
Okay.
And then, oh, this. This was this the one that, oh, this was the carpet
The
ball.
carpet ball.
Yeah. Everybody likes a large ball,
Or two.
usually two.
Not necessarily blue.
Look
but
how cool. And it's Chinese. And I showed Linda why I love this style is we see them much newer. I don't think it's got a ton of age on it, but there is some wear on the glaze. It's got the two different colors of cobalt, which is a way to know that slightly older than new because the new ones are only one color blue. And you can see that kind of Greek key design that goes around the center, the size of it too, the newer ones, aren't they usually bigger and cumbersome? And there's the three stilts, the three stilt mark, those little rough spots. There's three of them, 1, 2, 3, and that's because they put this up on a stilt to then glaze this so the glaze didn't stick it to the shelf. And the crazing on it, I still think it's got a little bit of age.
I do too.
Yeah, it was like $5, so that was a yes for $5.
Yeah.
And decorative and very cool. And that dog that was in that store is my favorite little dog ever. It was my best friend because I threw the ball for it. Linda made me buy this, and I'm glad that she did because I was gonna leave it. And I went back to the case, and Linda saw it, and it is missing the top. So I will have to fabricate something for this. But the wear pattern on the feet, Linda looked at me and she goes, "That's bronze." And I was like, "Yeah, it's bronze and it's old. It's Chinese and it's usually used for wine vessel, but that kind of archaic design of the archaic time period when they did these original, absolutely amazing detail that's hand chased. Or I should say hand engraved across the surface of getting that detail in on the hair. And look at the detail of the eyes and the face. So a really great oxidation. And Linda commented on the patination and said, that's just exceptional.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of age. Look where they didn't kind of clean for all those years. There's a lot of age down in here. And that's not faked. I mean,
No.
you can tell when they're faked. And that is definitely right as can be. I still think late 19th century. Some people would say earlier. I don't think so. I say late 19th century on this one. And again, the inlay work, or I should say where there would be silver inlay on the really fancy ones, where that channel would be, where they'd put silver in. Just really a great design.
It's
and
beautiful.
it really is. So I was glad you made me buy that. They had it at 100. They marked it down to 75. He gave it to me for 65 out the door. So, and I said yes to that. Now,
Great price.
I know. And then there is, oh, it's this one. And let's pull, here, you hold my lucky jar. And then do you want to spill that out in the tray? You can?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so that's my jar, and she's going to dump it out in the tray for us.
I'll take all the good pieces
Yeah,
out.
of course you will. And then do you want to tell them what I was going to do? I was going to take off my diamond ring and throw it in there and be like, look, I won. I won. There's a diamond. This is Linda's favorite from the other store. And I can see why. I can't believe we're doing it unjarring and unfurling in the car.
phenomenal.
I know, this was the
great.
one. Linda, look at it on the film.
Oh my God.
Look at that. It's like
so
total
good.
kryptonite. And so this is an antique through and through. Look at the wear pattern on the bottom. Those people are like, hey, they're having an Antiques Roadshow. Come on, come aboard. We can entertain you. Look at the way that's ground down and finished. Absolutely cool. And this has got to be a somebody, but Linda, don't you think 18, let's think here. I say 1880, 1900. Would you say?
I'm going to trust your judgment on that because I'm not good with glassware.
Yes, and it's because this foot rim here, the wear pattern, that takes an awful long time. And people would immediately say, Venetian, Murano. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think that this may not be. But yeah, there's something there. And boy, oh boy, the wear pattern. Absolutely love it.
Yep.
And then, is there anything good? Did I get totally screwed?
No, these are great.
Oh, but there's only one. But yeah, that's okay because we're going to make something out of that one. I'm going to show them the rest of this and then we'll go into your bag and we'll call it because we got to go home. Because did Tom really screw up the instant mashed potatoes? Her husband was having a meltdown over instant mashed potatoes.
There was a half-empty bag of instant mashed potatoes, and he just couldn't quite. He's an engineer, and he couldn't quite figure out what to do with it.
Look at my. This is my. This is
He's
how I
my
look.
favorite. I
Look.
love him. He's so
That's how I look
good.
on Sundays. Did you see? Look, wait, hold on. Wait, look.
Just on Sundays?
And you wonder why we're not going to make it to 21 years. But look at his face. It's
so
genuine
good.
folk
He's
art.
so good.
Yeah, there's something fantastic about this, and it was only $18, so that was definitely a paperweight. And what I loved about it is how absolutely look how they had to work so hard to
I
look
know.
at how they.
It's
I
just-
know, and the little varnish, that little varnish. I just love it. I absolutely, positively love it.
love it.
Yeah. So,
He's
anyways,
wonderful.
for folk art, that's amazing.
Yep.
Untrained artist art. You are finding a little bit. They said there were no mates in there.
There was a mate.
Well,
a
are
mate.
there mates?
Yeah.
Okay. At least there's one. And then let me show them this.
And see, I think
Let
you
me
could
show
make
them
these little
this.
damascenes.
Oh, I could.
Into a pair.
Could I make them into a pendant?
Yes.
No? Or yeah, I could. And then this one was great. This one was the necklace I didn't care for, but I went after these drops. Those are Tibetan silver drops. And look at the way the silver wraps around these natural pearls. And I asked Linda, I held it up and I said yes or no. And she goes, well, you could sell one of these on a sterling chain for the price of the whole necklace. And I was like, you're right. I'm three times ahead then. And then for the rest of the beads, I'll just do a giveaway or something. But those were cool. You liked that. And then I had to do these too. Oh, look at those girls. Oh, look how tall she is. Wow.
Wow, legs
Holy
forever.
cow. Yeah. Gee whiz. She was like a gazelle.
She was.
Yeah, she was like a gazelle. Look at these for gemstones. So hematite on the top here, and gemstones. Not sure exactly what they are, but they are for sure stones. And sterling silver. So those were a yes. Nothing major. No major win there. But you early on had a major win. as I choke on my own pancake. so that's the way this goes. Wow, he's so. Oh, he just. Well, he just spit out a pancake. So, because I was. Well, that little girl even saw it. She goes, "Hey, wait, my brother just hawked a loogie." So.
Alrighty.
So I guess we'll have to delete this 15 minutes in. So, what did I choke on? Wait, let me clear my throat. Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
All right.
So, we're trying to figure out. That guy's so mad. We're trying to figure out what is he so mad about. We're trying to figure out that guy spit a big wad of whatever.
He probably stepped in it.
He
That's
probably
what he's
did.
mad about.
This is did we come up with origin? Alaska.
Possibly, because it,
Yeah,
with the
because
gold
the gold
nugget, it
nugget.
looks like Alaska gold.
So
Rush.
there's a natural gold nugget in there, and it was only $12.50.
Yeah,
So,
it's
or
either
$12.
baleen or
Yeah.
we're not sure what,
yeah,
or dyed.
But it's Scrimshaw and gold nugget, and
Yeah.
it's a natural
It
material.
could be dyed tusk too.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
because, or dyed horn of some sort.
Yeah.
It's a natural material.
It's great.
And then the other earring to this is in the bottom of the bag. So, and before I completely lose it, I don't think I've laughed this hard in weeks. How many times did we laugh the whole day?
Several.
There's another box down there. Do you remember what I bought? Oh, the Staffordshire dog box.
Yes.
The pearl necklace.
Yes.
I bought a pearl necklace, a Staffordshire dog box. Oh, the feet is crooked. Let's straighten that out.
Okay.
So, a pearl necklace with gold clasp, the pink ones.
Yes.
The Staffordshire dog box. The
Yes.
Staffordshire dog inkwell that you
that
loved.
was the best.
That is the best. Yeah, I think so. So I got treasures in smalls. What do we find?
This.
That's
This
why
is
I bought
beautiful.
it. That's why I bought it.
This is the rest of it. Not
Okay,
quite,
hold on.
whoops, as
Hold on,
impressive.
let's look at this.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
beautiful.
So what I'm gonna do, everybody, mine was a $5 jar, so I always have to win. And so
It was
everything else in it.
smaller.
And not sticky, not sticky.
And not
but what I'm
sticky.
gonna do is I'm gonna run sterling chains, take this apart, and run sterling chains through this for awesome beaded necklaces.
that'd
That's
be
gonna be
great.
awesome.
Yes.
Or I could run it this way if I had to.
Yeah,
Like if
but
I
they'll be
wanted.
really
I
beautiful.
think it'd be better if I put them through that way.
I think
So the graining. But look at those for Venetian glass beads.
I love
And
the orange and black.
I
one.
know.
It's great.
It's actually look at it's purple. Look.
Oh my God,
It's
it is.
orange
You're
and
right.
purple
Oh.
on clear. So so for $5, I said to myself, this is great because that'll be 20 and 20. So it's
Yeah.
like $40.
And then this is the
Yeah.
rest. And
Do we
it's not,
here?
it's
Show
not
'em.
terribly impressive. Actually, it's
lots
crap,
of
but
loose.
no.
It is. It's totally crap. But
There's
is there
there's a
anything?
couple of pairs. There's a pair.
But see, I could turn this into a pendant
could.
if
Yep.
I was desperate and needed to. Yeah, look at that though. So too bad that's not gold. Back in the day that would have been gold. And these
Yep.
are kind of cool.
Yeah,
There's
those are
nothing
neat.
wrong with those. Oh, is that
No.
Joan of Arc? I
Yeah,
think that's
those
Joan of
are
Arc.
great.
Oh, look. And there's a match pair.
Yeah.
So that could be good for a giveaway.
Yep.
And not a match, and not a match. A ton of cost. Oh, wait. No, not a match. And then that would have been cool, but no. No.
Is it a
No.
pendant?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of cool.
it is cool.
That's not that bad. And then just a whole bunch. Ooh, let's see. This will be good for parts.
Yeah.
So, like Linda always says, we could take the stones out of these things and make them into something else. How many times have you bought things that were broken that everybody else poo-pooed and forgot about, and you've made how much money on it? Because of just a little bit of time.
On a weekly basis. On a week. I love broken things. I love pieces and parts.
Yeah. But you've been at this for 35 years.
Yep.
She's been doing it for 35. I've been doing it for 31. And what a fantastic journey it has been.
It has been.
So
It
I
has
feel
been.
kind of bad that we're taking up Denny's parking spot, but I really don't, because we spent $900 on
We did.
pancakes. Yeah. And we're gonna pause, and then Linda's gonna show you a couple treasures that she got. Is that okay?
And then you can vote for who won the jar contact. The
Well,
jar
I mean, I think
contest?
it's a tie, because I think, well, you got nothing. You got nothing in yours, and I got 2 beads. But we had to do this for content.
We did.
Sake.
We did.
Should we have lied and said I
Oh,
found.
look, there's a diamond
So,
ring.
I found this, and then we could do the. We could do the thumbnail, the famous YouTube thumbnail.
No, because I think people need to know that most of the time, these are worth what they're priced at.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Most of the time.
Most of the time,
Yes. And but like I said, there's still useful parts.
Yes.
And, you know, I've often said, I thought that was something. I've often said, like, it's okay for other people to do it because this is what we used to do.
Exactly.
You know, this is like what we used to do way back in the day, and it was really great way back in the day.
Yeah.
And it still can be if you buy the right one.
Exactly.
But like she buys at auctions and she gets the box lots like this, like filled with jewelry, and you still do very, very, very well. So she does incredibly well, but that's because it's not really sorted and gone through at a thrift store by like multiple eyes. It's only like one auctioneer or an assistant, and they just kind of dump it in and say, okay, we're going to do this.
This doesn't look like anything.
But see, they depend on the audience to then decide what the stuff is worth, you know,
Exactly.
rather than like Shop Goodwill when they put it online and then everyone and their mother sees it across the United States. So that's one thing to consider. We just do it different. All right, we'll put it back in the jar and then I'm going to pause them. Hold on. So what were we laughing about?
I don't know.
My noise I made?
Yes.
Like Otis Redding? Otis Redding. Wasn't that him?
I don't
And
know.
Skies of Green. What isn't it? You know,
Red
Roses true. Look, this is true for everybody.
Was it Ray Charles?
No, I think
don't
it's
know.
Otis Redding.
I don't
Was it
know.
Ray Charles?
I don't
All I know is I don't know what I was doing, and I go, look at this. What was that? It was like a belch bubble. I don't even know what it was. How embarrassing. And people, I tell people all the time I don't edit my videos. I should. Because I had that like belch bubble.
No, it wouldn't be
But
funny.
I belched up a pancake, a whole pancake.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so she got this. Oh, look, that's going to be us. Eventually, that's going to be us. Oh, look at her. Look at her go.
She's so cute.
You know, when I saw that one old lady in the one store,
Yeah.
I thought it was you because she was like holding on to everything, and I looked at her and I was gonna go, Linda, you okay? And then it was like, oh, it's not Linda, it's some other lady.
No, that woman was 87 years old.
Well, yeah, but you don't do bad for 90.
Shut up.
So she absolutely loves this.
This is my favorite thing that I bought today. Look at his face.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
So it's carved wood. Look at the inlaid eyes, and everybody knows my affection for dogs. Look at the eyes.
But doesn't he look like he did something bad and he's feeling guilty?
Yeah, such emotion when you look at his eye because they're sideways
I know,
too.
it's like,
side eye, the bombastic side eye.
I got
and
caught.
I told her I think it was for a brush. So brush went in here, or a brush went in here because my neighbor had one, and the little shoe brush went in, or a little vanity brush. So, but she's going to use it for
Probably
pencils
or pens on my
and
desk or
pens on her
paintbrushes.
desk. And are you kidding me for how cool that is? And you, when you found this at the first one, you said to me, if I don't find anything else today, I'm golden, you know?
And
so
I'm happy. I love him.
And you know, that's the thing is like, because I keep trying to tell people, you got to step outside of jewelry sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then this one, and then I want you to show them those earrings because there's this one, and I picked this up for her, and I said, don't you think, and look at how great the color of the rhinestones are, and it was only $6.
Yeah, Japan metal.
Yeah, it's really
good.
Riveted together.
Yeah, for
really
$6.
good construction with the clip-on
Great
earrings.
colors.
Show them your earrings that you love.
Okay, these I think are just so weird and sweet. And I thought, of course, of our friend Gail, who loves things like that.
I think the jewelry jar just took a dive in the back. Did you hear it? It did it on its own.
It got suicide.
It got so upset it threw itself down. Did you hear it? It got so angry at itself for being junk it threw itself down. It had a temper tantrum.
I'm sorry, these are making you all
No,
seasick.
it's okay.
Probably.
No, they're not. So
But they're little hats. Are
Lucite
they
or
sweet?
celluloid? Yeah. I didn't
Yeah,
see them up close.
celluloid with rhinestones and little dangles.
Those are absolutely awesome. And how in the heck did they survive?
I have no
Especially
idea.
with that little wire around this.
I know.
That's still there.
I know.
All the stones are
So
there.
those
All the
were
fringes there.
$5.
Steel.
Steal of the day.
Absolute steal. And
Yeah.
for Gail, probably.
Probably.
And then this one, she looked at me and she said, it's a nobody. And I said, no, it doesn't need to be. Look at that for Egyptian revival. And you already knew. And it was only $12.50. So absolutely awesome. 60s.
Yeah, great statement
60s,
piece.
70s.
Good
yeah,
enameling.
and really great enameling, and the silver tone is in wonderful condition.
Yeah.
Very,
No
very
way.
large pectoral, absolutely awesome. And then show them your baby. You show them.
This
because-
is for me. I love miniatures, so I found this. The top is stunning.
What was he
Just
calling
beautiful.
it? Do you know what kind of walnut he was calling it?
Burled walnut.
Okay,
And
there you
it
go.
is, you probably can't see this very well, but it is just
Yeah, they can.
beautiful.
Here, let's go like this and tip it down for them. There we go. Look at that. Look at the graining of that. How beautiful. And the construction
Yeah.
is magnificent.
Really, really lovely detailing. And I have a cabinet of curiosities of my collection, and I thought this would be a lovely little stand for something.
Be fantastic. Do you have a miniature
So,
candle holder at all? Or like
I
a little
do.
mini-
I do. I have a sterling one, a dollhouse one. Anyway, $65, which was well worth it to me.
Yep.
You couldn't make that for
No,
that these days.
100%. No, and that's great. That is old, and that's great veneer on there. So, what do you think for what we did? Do you think it was good?
Oh God,
Did you have
yes.
fun?
I had a blast.
Yeah, we've been
Had a
waiting for
blast.
this because I said I needed this so bad.
Yeah,
you know?
so did I.
So I really did, and
We needed a day to reconnect.
We did 100%, and it was fantastic.
It was.
And
It was.
will we do it again soon?
Yes,
All right, let's do
because
it.
I'll bug you until you do.
Sounds good. Do you want to buy another sticky jar?
Absolutely.
So at least, well, I almost slipped and said
Okay,
something
remember,
really terrible.
put your votes in for
Oh
the
yeah,
winner.
put your votes in, and if it's a tie, just say that it's a tie, and that we both did really well. I think we both did well.
We did.
So,
I think
and
we're
our
very
other
happy.
our other treasures that we bought, I wish I could get in and show them that little inkwell, but that's okay because that was just so cool, and you loved it at the
It was.
register. So I will tell them I am always free to admit when I'm wrong, and I always try and make it right when I'm wrong. And today I almost made a $6,000 mistake because the guy was kind of like in a hurry at the store.
He was.
And the long story short is, it was like, you kind of, I won't be here, whatever, because I'm like, well, I'll think about it and I'll be back. And something was bothering me about the signature on the piece, and I am just going to say that follow your intuition. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Always double check a signature on anything, whether it be jewelry or glass. This was a piece of art glass, and I almost did it. I almost made the mistake. I had called my bank, and I almost made the mistake, and I'm glad that I didn't.
And in retrospect, most everything else in the shop was pretty retail-y, pretty high priced, and this was significantly less than that, and that should have been a red flag from the get-go. But
And when I
we
touched
both got
it,
excited.
yeah,
both got
because
excited.
I've been waiting for something like this for a long time, and I thought, oh, this is my time, this is my day, this is my time.
Yep.
And it just wasn't the day or time, and I'm so thankful that it just like something just wasn't, it just didn't feel right to me. And then I kept saying to myself, think about it. And when you have that intuition, just follow your intuition in the business.
Trust yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, all right, give me a hug. Let's drive home.
Mwah!
I love you very
Love
much.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
We love you. And we'll bringing her back when we do a sale in the future on Bully Run. She's going to come back and do a sale with
Yay.
us. So,
And
love
remember,
you guys.
vote for the winner.
And you can vote for her. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We'll see you
Bye.
soon. Bye.